Chelsea versus Arsenal. And on this video, me being an Arsenal fan, I'm here to give you the predicted first 11 that Arsenal is going to begin with. And at the same time, I'm going to give you the predicted score on this game and talk a bit about injuries and also about what is the anticipated result that fans all over the world are looking for. So we are getting into this North London derby that is Arsenal versus Chelsea. And as you are getting to this game, there's been lots and lots of questions that Arsenal supporters and fans we are asking ourselves out here. Is this another game that we are going to lose? Is this a game that you are going to win? Is this a game that you are going to redeem ourselves and get out of the losing streaks and go back to our winning ways? So these are some of the questions that all of us as Arsenal supporters are asking ourselves. And of course, we get into this game with the lots and lots of pressure, having have lost that game on the Champions League at Inter. And as you're getting to this game, of course, basically we are only hoping as Arsenal supporters that maybe we can win. But look, we are playing with a very tough opponent, Chelsea, the Blues. And there has been a narrative and a talk always. Who are the kings of London? Is London blue or is London red? So this is a debate that has been taking place for a couple of years. And as we get into this game, of course, you're playing with Chelsea, who are looking very competitive and they have good momentum at the moment and they look very sharp this season. A couple of few matches that they've played before, they've played so well and they're looking like the competitive Chelsea that was back then. And it's like now they're getting back to where they're supposed to be, on the top. And of course, it is versus Arsenal, who we have lost so many games. And of course, on the Premier League, we've lost at Bournemouth, we've had a draw at Liverpool, we've lost at Newcastle, lost at even Inter on the Champions League. So as you're going to face each other on this game, it's a question of who is winning, who is losing, or is it going to end as a draw? Now, we are playing with Chelsea, who are currently at position number 4 on the EPL table. Number 4 with 18 points. Of course, they have a better goal difference of 8, while Arsenal is at number 5 on the EPL table with 18 points, but of course with a lesser goal difference of 6. So Chelsea is ahead of us with a goal difference, and that is the reason as to why they are sitting on top of us on the EPL table. We have played with Chelsea since 2010 and we've actually played with them 40 times. 40 times. And out of the 40 times that we've played with them, it is looking, according to the statistic that I have here, it is looking as balanced as it comes. We've had 15 wins. Arsenal has won 15 times. Chelsea has won 15 times. And of course, amongst each other, we've gotten a draw of 10 draws actually. And just to look at the last 4 matches that we've played with Chelsea. We have played with them last season at Emirates Stadium, where we beat them 5-0. And of course, at the Stamford Bridge, we got a draw of 2-2. A game that they started scoring 2 goals, and then of course we came from behind to equalize on that game. And then of course the next game was the previous season on the Premier League. We played with Chelsea. We beat them 3-1 at the Emirates, and we also beat them 1-0 at the Stamford Bridge. Those are the 4 recent matches that we've played with Chelsea. So as it is, basically, for the last 4 matches, we've looked like the bigger brother. We've looked like the most competitive amongst them, because we've won actually more games for the last 4 matches that we've played with them. But still does not define who they are or who we are. What matters is this game that we're going to play on Sunday, a very tough game. Then we go to the next question, and this is the injury question. Arsenal, who we have been facing lots and lots of injuries this season. I want to check and see who are our players that are injured and if they are ready to play. And from this one, basically, I can see here we have got Declan Rice, who didn't travel with the team, the squad, to Italy to go and play on the Champions League. They're saying that he is doubtful whether he can play. Of course, he had. They were saying that it was just, maybe illness and stuff like that, or precautionary. That is why he never traveled. So we are not yet sure if he's gonna play, but it's doubtful. But for me, I feel like he's gonna play on this one. And then of course we have got Havertz, who was knocked on the head, and we saw him bleeding as he was being taken out of the pitch on this game against Inter Milan. And then, of course, we have Tierney, who is still injured, doubtful whether he can play. And they're saying that maybe late November is when he's going to come back. Calafiori also has got a knee injury, and they're saying that he could be coming towards the end of this month, November. Tomiyasu, late November is when he's expected to come back. Now, I've looked at the injury status that we have, then it leads me to the next question, and this is what is going to be Arteta's team selection that is going to face Chelsea this Sunday? Now, I will try and see and predict and try and talk a bit on why I'm choosing who over who on this game. On the goalkeeper, I expect Arteta to pick David Raya on this one, because this is actually a very tough game, and of course you can't put anybody else there. And center backs, I am predicting or even anticipating Arteta to put Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba on that one, because you just have to start strong. And then of course left back, Timber to play on that one. Of course it didn't impress me on that game against Inter Milan, but still we want to put him there because he's our best bet on that number. I wouldn't want Zinchenko to begin on it for now. And then of course on the right back, Ben White has to start on this one as a right back. And then the midfield, put Thomas Partey there on the CDM. And then at number 8, put Declan Rice if he's ready to play. If he's not ready, then he has to play with Merino. But I think Declan Rice should be ready on this game. And then at number 10, if Odegaard is ready to play, because I saw him play 5 minutes against Inter Milan, so give him this game, let him begin on this game, because we've lacked his prowessness on that midfield. We've lacked his creativity on the midfield. We need him as of yesterday. We want him like yesterday. We want him to play for us. Let him come in and try and create, because Trossard has been awful for the last couple of matches that I've seen him play. He has really disappointed me. I don't even know why he's been playing, and yet we have Nwaneri on the bench, who has always come in and of course impressed us on the few minutes that he's been given to play. So if Odegaard is present to play, let him play. And according to what I saw, he's actually very ready to play. And then on the left winger, it has to be none other than Martinelli to begin on this one. And the reason as to why I'm picking Martinelli over anybody on that number is because of the fact that Martinelli is good defensively. Like when we are being attacked, you see a couple of times when Martinelli has helped Timber so many times. And when we remember even that game when we were playing against Man City, and also I think Liverpool, how defensive, how you would really support the defense, and you want a player like him. The only problem that I have with Martinelli though is the fact that he can press, he has speed, but the problem is that last touch. Also on the right wing, we have to play with Saka. Saka has to play on this one because this is, like I've said, a tough match to play, and you can't put anybody else there. At number 9, this is very debatable. Some people would say let's continue with Havertz, and I don't know, I don't understand the reason as to why Arteta has really believed in Havertz, and the way for the last couple of matches he has not been playing that well. Anyway, he's doubtful if he can play, because remember he was subbed while bleeding on the head, that incident that happened between him and the Inter Milan player, and so I don't know if he's ready to play. But my choice on this game, I have to go with Gabriel Jesus. We need a natural number 9 on this game, because the way Havertz has been playing, he's been all over. Sometimes you don't even understand his role on that pitch. So that's why I'll have to go with Jesus. And I mean, Jesus has to start showing up and shining on these games, because if it doesn't, I mean, it's high time we just say bye-bye to him, because I mean, I don't even understand what's happening. Honestly speaking, we need a natural number 9. So on this one, I'm going to play with Jesus, and let's see if it's going to change the game. Let Trossard come from the bench, let Havertz come from the bench. And if Nwaneri is also ready and available, put him on the bench. He can actually come in and of course support the last few minutes before the game is over. So my prediction for this one is gonna be a win for Arsenal, and of course it's going to be a very narrow win for Arsenal of say 3-2 or 2-1. So Arsenal is gonna win the game, but of course at a very narrow win. Look, because we have to prove a point on this one, and these are very tough competitors. Chelsea is not an easy opponents to face, and bearing in mind is a derby, is going to be very tough. But of course, expectations of Arsenal supporters and fans worldwide is that as you're going to face Chelsea, we hope that we are going to win this game, because should we lose on this game, we could actually finish at either number 7 or number 8 on that table this weekend, should all these other teams win. So we need to start being serious on how we are taking these matches. We need to make sure that we are winning our games, and we need to make sure that we are going back to the winning ways, something that we've been on for the longest time. Apart from the last few matches that we've played, this season has really come on our side with lots and lots of challenges as Arsenal supporters and fans, and even on the club wholesomely, because we've had a fair share of injuries. We have had a fair share of referee poor decision, and these decisions that are against us. We have also lost a couple of matches, and you know, the morale is down at the moment, and the momentum is not yet at where it's supposed to be. So we hope, as we are going to play with Chelsea, this is going to be the game that we are going to turn around, and of course start believing and playing as per what we've been playing before, and especially when we were finishing last season. So it's a must-win game for us. There's no result that we are expecting as Arsenal supporters other than a win on our side, because as it is, the one and only Mikel Arteta has already put pressure on himself. Lots of pressure. Poor choice of lineup, and sometimes even poor substitutes have costed us so many matches. So if he doesn't win this game against Chelsea, then I will not be shocked or surprised to start seeing people with posters and banners saying Arteta out, Arteta in, Arteta out. The debate is going to begin all of a sudden. So he's the one that is really putting pressure on himself, and that's why he has to win this game. It's a must win. Why am I saying so? We still have very worthy opponents that we're supposed to face even after this one. We have Nottingham Forest, who are currently at number 3, and they are very sharp this season. We've got Sporting CP, West Ham, Man United. So we have to win this game. We have to. This November is going to be a make it or break it on our side. So we really hope that we will win this game. And I know and I wish all the Arsenal players all the very best. And my expectation on this game is that we don't get any draws, but a win. Expectation number 2 is that we are not going to get unfair treatment from the referees. Number 3 expectation is that we are not going to get any injuries on our players, on Arsenal players, and hope that we will still continue being as fit and as competitive as we were from last season and the end of last season. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe on this video, and let's keep the conversation going on the comment section there. Salute you. Adios, amigos.